I have 2 envelopes. They're pretty large. They're 6 by 9.5 envelopes. And we are going to make a cover for my Mayhem junk journal for these. And that is going to be today's mini challenge in the challenge. Making a cover out of 2 envelopes. So 2 large envelopes. Okay, so let's get to it. Hi everybody, it's Julie. I have my 2 envelopes and we are making a cover just like I said. So the first thing I want to do is I want to decide, do I want to utilize the window in my journal? Do I want to utilize it as an actual, like pocket in the cover? Do I want to put something in there and have it be stationary? All of those things I need to figure out, but I do know that I'm going to want to cut this down so that it fits here while I'm deciding. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this a cut. Again, my envelope is 6 by 9.5, and I'm going to go ahead and come over and add glue on the edge of this here. So we did not have cover as one of our requirements this time. Obviously, you're going to need a cover, but it's not a requirement for the challenge that we make it in a specific way. And so I thought I would add this in as a mini challenge in the challenge. So remember, a mini challenge in the challenge, you can make your item and have it be ready for another project, however you want to do that. I think I do want to leave the idea of an opening here for right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the outside. Let me see. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go ahead, add glue to the flap of this envelope. So I'm really trying to use things that I have around my house. I love to use the junk mail, the things that people would throw away, the tags on the clothing, in ways in my paper crafting. I always have. I've always, even in my scrapbooking, pulling in things and using it as ephemera was one of the things that I like to do. So now we could go ahead and have another pocket here in the back page. I probably will not do that, okay? I will probably go ahead, cover this up, close this up. I do know that I need to bring this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a, make sure this, okay, so this paper here is 8 inches. Make sure we are 9.5. Okay, so I could cut off the bottom. I could go ahead and if I'm going to sew around this at the end, I could go ahead and cut it off. I do know that I want to utilize the window. Okay, I think that since I have the window, I do want to utilize it. But I'm also at the same time thinking, and yes, I'm thinking out loud here, that I don't want to make it something that goes in and out of the pocket. So I am going to go ahead and close this off. And I'm going to do that by just adding glue to these edges. I'm not going to go into that center part because I just closed it and I haven't put my picture in yet. Okay, yeah, anybody can do this. Okay, so, okay, we don't want any glue pieces inside there. So I have this bird book, but I think what I want to do is go ahead and use here we go, the wallet page from, this is Red Roses Yellow Birds digital from the Dear Julie Etsy shop. And I want to use this one right here. I think that'll be pretty for the cover. I think we're going to end up with a few journals out of what I've been making for my Mayhem. I've got a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this inside here. Okay, I definitely want the bird. Okay, and I knew this was going to fit, and let me show you. I have one of these envelopes that I have as a template so that I can check, you know, looking at, I can take this and, because I use these all the time, so I can take this and go, oh yeah, I like that one. Oh, that's what that's going to look like, you know, or on a larger piece. You know, even on another, this one's from the new Lovely Red Roses digital. So if I wanted to do something like that, but I use this, it's up with my templates, and I can, if I was going to make an envelope this size out of a 12 by 12 paper, I can go ahead and trace this. I can measure to see if it's going to fit, all those things. So, yeah, so that's in my template. So it was easy to find my picture that I wanted to use. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. Okay, let's check it again because I moved things a little bit. So I'm just getting that. I do want to see his tail at least a little bit. Okay. Okay, so I like where he is. I'm going to come over here. And I'm going to add some glue so that it will stay in here, because I decided I did not want to do a pocket for the cover. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my glue on here and my glue on there. And my little picture is stationary inside. So this is what I have. This envelope has attached here. This is actually glued on the inside, and we are ready to cover this. Okay, now I want to collage this like a masterboard. So I'm going to be using a variety of items, and I do know that I want to use some fabric, and I want it to go over this edge that will help the integrity of this here. Okay, I may even come in and put another piece on the binding, but I'm gonna, when I put this down, I want it to be on the edge. And for that, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my monotony liquid glue and use the bottom of it. Let's get some glue started. There it goes. Okay, let's put this alongside so we have like a measure. So just like we did the master board, but I'm actually going to cover the cover. Okay, so then I can just put this down just like that. Okay, and then I have a pile of scraps and things around my desk right here. So I have this, and this is from one of the summer kits. It's also either this one or one similar is also on the free, if you go to the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group, and in the file section there are some free digitals, including a full kit, and this is part of the full kit that I gave While We Are Home, Safer at Home, and so far it's still there, and so you can go in and get that there if you'd like. It has some really fun, very eclectic, old stuff, new stuff, but I did make a journal out of what was there. Now for this one, I am going to go ahead and try and go right up to the fabric as much as I can. And the cool thing about this glue is it does work really well with fabric as well as with the I just realized you shouldn't do videos at 5 o'clock in the morning. I want to put something under here, I think. I don't know if it'll fit. I'm going to put this under there. So this is from Lovely Red Roses Digital. So I had the Yayas were here for the weekend. That was amazing and wonderful. I had missed just hanging out with them. You know, it's like when you only have a little bit of time, only certain conversations happen. But when you have more time, more conversations happen and things get deeper and, I don't know, deeper, more, anyway. We had a good time. Kathy brought shrimp and we barbecued that, or Tom barbecued it for us. And we went in the hot tub and hung out. And then we went shopping on Sunday. And that was fun. And then Arlene ended up getting to stay an extra night because we kind of overdid it. On Sunday, so that was awesome, having time for just the two of us as well. That was really, really special, and I am grateful. I am so grateful. Okay, so I'm going to continue to go around this, adding things in. I have this big piece of lace, and I think I want to add that. And so coming over, it's like, what can I put? What do I have? Ooh, that piece of music. It can go here. Okay, and then remember I've got my little picture here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to add this. So for the mini challenge and the challenge, you are making a cover out of 2 envelopes. You're using a Dear Julie Julie digital, And you can mix and match your digitals. You can use Dear Julie scrap digitals, and then you're using scraps. And look at here, I found a piece of oh, I think this is cool. I think we're gonna add this over the edge up here. Okay, so this is dictionary, one of my little dictionaries. What if we put that? I do like to have the things ripped. I know that I want them, the pieces ripped. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this will go down behind. Okay, and so I just have all these funny things that I can add. So just like we did the masterboard, but I'm collaging random stuff here. I was just thinking that this is a 1/2 inch bigger than what I need. So I will probably cut like a 1/4 inch off here and a 1/4 inch off here, because I'm going to sew around the outside, I think. Okay, so yeah, so we can go ahead and add some of the play money. I think it gives us a good color. Yeah, go right around that. That will be kind of cool. And then I do have some other pieces. From digital. Other digital pieces. Scraps. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to do this, and we'll be back. Okay, so I have got it covered using sewing pattern, dictionary, crossword puzzle book, music, old music, digitals, fabric, more fabric, piece of a guest check, a little ticket here, some old ledger, more sewing pattern, play money. Okay, so let's say, so 1, 2 scrapbook paper, 3, 4, 5, let's say at least 6 different papers, and a digital or more, Dear Julie digital. So 6 papers, 6 different types of paper, fabric, and a Dear Julie digital used to collage your cover here. Okay, so that's what I've got, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim that down. Okay, so we'll trim. So, oh my gosh. So the glue is going to help with the weight of this also. Okay, so this is what I have. Remember, I do have my little thing here. Then I have a piece of lace. So I'm going to add that, and that will be part of my cover as well. Okay, so adding my 3 things in true Dear Julie Julie style after I've got my masterboard cover made. Remember, I did use an envelope that had a window, and I utilized that window for my bird, but I did not make it into a pocket. I chose to just have it be a fun part of that. You could go ahead and put like some little seed beads. I could have made that like a little shaker pocket, but I didn't. But you could if you are okay. Okay, so there's one thing. And then I think we'll go ahead and add some messy string, which is one of my favorite things to do. I go around 4 because I've got a pretty big piece of lace here, and around 3, and around 4, cut it. And fold it and twist it, and then we'll grab a piece of double-sided tape. This one right here is the double-sided the double-sided tape from Dollar Tree. And of course, now that I've decided that I really like it, I haven't been able to find it. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead, put this on here, and then fold it over itself. And then pull this off. Should have used a bigger piece. I'm trying to scrimp and save here and end up. There we go. Can you hear the helicopters? They're taking down marijuana grows here. Illegal marijuana grows. So, okay, and I do have this flower. I don't know if you remember, I got that at the at Michael's, my Michael's haul. I think I'm going to add that. So this is a piece of the lace that we've been using. Put that. I wonder if I should have that go in the right. Yeah, do that. Okay, so that's going to give me my cover. I've added my 3 things: the flower, the messy thread, and the lace. Okay, and then I'm gonna want to go ahead and do something to the inside. So in my stash I have this, and it's from like the Old English Rose or something like that. It was a paper pad from Michael's, a hot buy paper pad. from way back when. And I'm going to use this as my inside. Whoop, we do want to make sure that we're folding it very straight. So the birds in the front door wreath have just about outgrown their nest. It's pretty funny. It's funny when they get that big. It's like, wow. And it happens so fast. They just grow so fast. Okay. Okay, so I've marked this. Come on here. Yeah, so all this is going to go. Now I could switch this and I could cut this in half and have this be the front. But I think I like this, that it's just that small piece. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the other piece. You want a good, at least around the edge. Okay, now we want to make sure we check, make sure we're on the up and up so that we don't put it in upside down. I'm going to go ahead and put the crease in and then push it out. Okay, crease and then push it out. Okay, looking. I really like this. So we have 2 large envelopes put together to make the base for the cover. We have a masterboard style collage, and then we are in our collage we have at least 6 different types of paper, fabric, lace, and a digital. Fabric, lace, and digital. 6 different types of paper. And then you're going to do 3 things to it. On the inside, you can use whatever you want. And just have this ready to have a journal added to it. Okay. I'll find us a piece of fabric. And I like the stuff that has the yellow. You know what? Let's use this. We've used a piece similar to this. Might even be the same piece for our fabric flip, and so we can either add this to the inside. Could add it. I think our outside is good. We're just going for a little bit more stability here. I think we'll go with this one. Let's go here. Okay. I don't want to cover up that bird too much. Okay. And then we can use that for a tag topper or something if we need it. We still have these are the items I have left to make. So for the Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge, if you're not familiar with that, we do a challenge here on the Dear Julie Julie channel each month. And there are prizes for everyone that finishes on time and posts their journal in the places that need to be posted, and at least one other place. We're asking that you post your journal out there somewhere and saying that it, that it's a challenge journal. So yes, so we can get more people involved and joining in on the challenges. Been doing this, the challenges for 3 years, and lots of fun, lots of different ways of doing things. And so no postage necessary, but you do need to be able to print a Dear Julie Julie digital. That could be the, can be the free digital from the file section of the Facebook group. Also, don't forget that we're here each day with a premiere, with a live chat. We started that when we were home, safer at home, and have grown a really fun little community that show up every day, hang out, and some of them are together at Big Mama's house and having a really good time. They've posted a couple of pictures in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group, or in our other little group that if you're a member, you get to be a member of. But it looks like they're having a great time. It really does. I so wish that that was something that I could have done this year, but it is not. I have some other obligations that took away from me being able to join them this time. So yeah, and the get-together has people from literally in other places around the world. So that is so cool. So thank you, Sandy, Big Mama, for inviting our community into your home. I'm trying to get this straight. Okay. Oh, I like it. You guys, it feels really amazing. It feels really, really, really good. So I think the other thing that I will probably do is add a pocket back here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and then I'll sew around the outside. I'm going to wait till it dries though, okay? I'm going to wait till this dries to sew around the outside edge. Okay, so for you need to have your cover, 2 envelopes, 6 pieces or more different pieces of paper to use for your master board. Okay, we're just going to do that just like that. Okay, so that is ready for sewing. So, okay, so the other thing is I'm going to sew around this. You do not need to sew around yours. but I will be sewing around the outside of mine. And so we made a cover out of 2 of these envelopes. Okay. Then I decided to use the window for that right there. And so I set it up so that I could do that. I used this template to make sure that what I wanted to put in that window was going to fit. And then I have this, I have this all the time up here with my templates. So, because it's an envelope that I get all the time and I can use. Look at the cute little egg. That was on a Webster's Pages. It was a whole bunch of squares. And that egg was on there. And I was like, oh, that's perfect for in here. So, you can see I used a ticket. That was from a scrapbook paper. This was from a scrapbook paper. This is from a guest check. This is from a crossword puzzle. We've got some Game of Life money. You'll see there's a few pieces here that are from the instructions of the sewing pattern. I have this old music that Jessica had sent me. Here's some of the never-ending fabric. This is from wrapping paper. This is also from wrapping paper. And on this side, using a whole bunch of the same things, I do have this piece of fabric, which you'll see I've used on some of the ephemera that I've made. And this is from the Dear Julie Julie Lovely Red Roses digital kit. It is awesome. It is primarily an ephemera kit. It has a lot of postcards in it. All of the postcards have they're all a different postcard base. And then they have red rose images, and they're kind of bright red roses. And then this one is from Red Roses, Yellow Birds. And so this was also from one of those. We have some ledger. This is scrap from the envelope. That is from the free digital that is in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group. I added this 12 by 12 paper page here. I added the scrap piece here, and it's going to be pockets. And I still have room. I can still sneak a second pocket in here or a tuck, and I might do that. But I love the way this looks. The whole thing this is going to be a very eclectic journal. And I'm excited to have used, I think I have 6 or 8 of this page. So, yeah. So there. Your mini challenge in the challenge. 2 envelopes. Making a cover. Then adding a masterboard collage directly to that cover. If you have a window and you want to utilize it, go ahead. If you don't, that's okay. But you're using at least 6 different types of papers to make your collage. You're also using fabric, lace, and a Dear Julie Julie digital. Don't forget that there are those free digitals in the Scrap All About It with Dear Julie Julie Facebook group. And also don't forget that this is our mini challenge in the challenge. It is part of our monthly challenge. This month is our Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge. It's a lot of fun because when I go to, I don't know what I'm going to be using until I draw the what I'm making and what I'm using, and it's a lot of fun. So everybody's doing that, and for the challenge for May, and we have done it before. So there is a playlist that you can join in on from before. Again, I am going to go ahead and on mine, I will sew around the outside, and I will have a cover that is ready. So I cannot wait to see what you make. Remember, when you finish, you go ahead, and this is the mini challenge in the challenge 5.3. So you put your picture of your mini challenge in the challenge 5.3, and tell us what Dear Julie Julie digitals you used when you post it there. The posting place is already in the Mayhem Junk Journal Challenge. And so, yeah, so once you've got it made, just go ahead and put it in there. I like it. I like it. So find something to celebrate every day. Come back tomorrow. We are making, we picked this yesterday, a pair of pockets with 2 cards and something else. We have 2 things. Oh yeah, 3 hidden paper clips. We're making these 2 elements, and then we have to use, I have to use sewing pattern, journal lined paper, and book page. And I can use anything else that's in my stash along with that, but I have to use those items. So come back and see how in the heck I do it, because I'm like, oh my gosh. Because basically your base needs to be, should be one of these things. So it's going to be interesting. Come back tomorrow, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, where we again will have our premiere with the live chat. If you are there at 10:30, make sure you hit the live chat button. Come on over, say hello. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. That it is a cover that is ready to go into, in, oh my gosh.